Hey folks, it's your realtor here, Peter Scott, Scott Realty Consultants, and search SacramentoHomes.com. I'm here with our quick Sacramento real estate market update for March of 2023. I'm going to do the market update, and I want to let you know about a very exciting, very cool new program from the state of California. It's called Dream for All. Corny name, but it's going to give you up to 20% of a purchase price for a down payment or closing costs. It's way cool. I'm going to cover the market overall, and then I'll jump into that, give you all the details on the down payment program. 20%, that's a lot of money, so stay tuned. So overall right now the market is a mixed bag. Some areas are kind of hot, some areas are kind of cool, some homes are selling right away really fast, getting multiple offers, and some houses are sitting for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months and requiring price reductions to sell. It just depends on the house, how it's priced, the location. The median home price homes, around $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, those are really hot. Those are selling pretty quick. The upper end, your million or plus and around that are a little bit slower, but it just depends on the house. It just depends on the house and how it's priced. So prices have been sliding for the last year, going down, 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 except for, I think our prices ticked up last month from January to February, and it looks like we're going to see another small, tiny little tick up in prices from from March to April. So we're kind of keeping our eye on that to see what's going on with that. I've talked about how we usually get this bump in spring, and so that's what we're kind of looking at and kind of expecting to just kind of get a surge for those sort of things happening. And I expect this new down payment program is actually going to give an extra punch to the market as well as buyers look to take advantage of that. Sales are still down right now. They're down about 40% from where we were last year. And the median home price is down about 7.6% from last year. The median home price right now for the Sacramento region, that's Sacramento, Placer, El Dorado, Yolo County, it's about $545,000. We still are struggling with low inventory, which is this weird dynamic we have in the Sacramento market where we have, affordability is still kind of a struggle right now, but we have very low inventory. We're still about a month and a half of inventory. Normal market for us would be 3 months, 4 months, 5 months of inventory, something like that. Back during the mortgage bust in like 2009, we had like 9 months inventory, so kind of shows you where we are now. So that's about the overall of the market. Let me tell you about this new cool down payment program. So the state is offering this to basically any home buyer. There are some limitations. In Sacramento, Placer, El Dorado counties, you have to make under $202,000 a year or less, which is a pretty good amount. Last time they did one of these programs, it was only like $92,000 or something like that. So this is much more attainable for your average home buyer. So the state will give you up to 20% of the purchase price. So if you think about that, that's for a $500,000 house, that's $100,000 they're going to give you. You can use that money for the down payment. You can use that money for closing costs to buy down your interest rate, or any way you want to do it. And you don't have to take the whole 20%. You can do 10%, 5%, whatever you want to do. So the real point of this is to make overall things more affordable. So it should help drive down your monthly costs, whether you just use that extra $100,000 to, take a chunk off your loan amount and maybe knock $700, $800 off your mortgage payment, or you can just take that money and just drive down that interest rate as far as you can get it. But you still have a little bit, a higher loan balance. So, or you could do a combination of the two, talk to your lender about that. So here's the particulars. There are no payments during the life of the loan. So you can keep this thing for 30 years, never make a single payment on it. But there is a catch. The catch is that they call it a shared equity appreciation or loan or something like that. So what that means is when you sell that house, let's say in 10 years, the state gets a cut of your equity, and it's depending on how much you borrow, percentage-wise. So if you borrowed 20% for the purchase price for your down payment, and then you sell the house, the state wants 20% of your equity. So if you made, let's say you borrowed $100,000 for your down payment, then you made $100,000 in equity 10 years later, so the state's going to get back $120,000 for the $100,000 for the money that you borrowed, plus the $20,000, which is 20% of your equity. So that's pretty much it. So I think it's a very cool program. I'm excited that they're doing this to help with the affordability. Like I said, I think there's going to be a rush of people trying to jump on this. And I think you should, because there's only so much money available for this program. And when the state does this, usually it runs out in a couple of months. I think the last one they did last year ran out within about 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. Sometimes they put a sunset on it, and it like, hey, it stops on this date. But usually they just run out of money because so many people jump on it. So the program isn't out until next week, so we do not have all the finite details. It's run through HAFA, which is the state's loan program. So they've just put out some bullet points. If you want more information, reply to this email, reach out to you, let you know. I can send you a flyer on it, and or you can. It's kind of hard to find right now details online because it's just kind of buried in the state's website. So, but I can get you a flyer on it, let you know more. And you have to go through a qualified lender to take advantage of this, but I would certainly suggest that. So I think that's going to help things out for a lot of people. So let me know if you have questions about the overall market. You're thinking about selling a house, buying a house. And like I said, I think, I've been telling my sellers, hey, if you're selling your house, now's the time to do it with this new program, because I think a lot of people are going to be taking advantage of this. There's a lot of hubbub right now in the overall industry. So let me know if you have questions about buying a house, selling a house, this loan program. I want to be a real estate resource. Sorry, this ran kind of long, but I'm so excited about this new program. I hope you can tell. Take care.